harm does cryptojacking cause victims, and how can victims be aware of the problem in the first place and eventually get rid of it?
Cryptojacking is actually not a new concept. There's two types of cryptojackings, and it usually happens where you actually don't know about it, and it could be from phishing, where you unknowingly install a piece of software on your computer, and it takes up processing power and bandwidth resources from your computer. For proof of work type of systems, you're going to be mining, essentially having a small miner that's going to earn, and somebody else is getting paid with that. And then there's also, when you browse to websites, there may be small pieces of code, JavaScript code that's running and mining it for it. A really popular one that's been around for a very long time is CoinHive. CoinHive is huge. It got to the point where they actually have it be allowed to install there if you accept the terms and conditions. So you can go to a website and it'll say, would you allow a miner to be running on your computer? People don't really read that. They hit yes or I accept, and then they're running a cryptojacker on their computer voluntarily too. So it's definitely profitable. It uses economies of scale to impact 100,000 computers at a time to just run miners in them. It's pretty crazy.
How malicious is it to the victim? Do they even notice that it's going on? And how can they try to prevent this, or even find out that if it's happening to them and then try to stop it and reverse it?
Yeah, there's different types of cryptojackers. Some of them are a lot more, I would say, greedy on their resources, and you could see very obviously the impacts of that, where your computer will start to become very slow and saying, okay, what's going on? Just like a virus. And essentially, it is a virus, and that's the way that you can usually prevent this from happening. On your computer, there's a lot of Windows Defender. If you have Windows, there's different antivirus systems you can put on there. It'll usually detect this cryptojacker software. So there's that, and of course, just don't install or put any malicious links that you click and allow software to be put on your computer. Really, it's just awareness about that will help out.
All right, let's talk hacks and rug pulls. So we have a story out on CoinDesk where attackers stole around $1.1 million worth of tokens from a decentralized music project called Audius. It happened through a malicious governance proposal by exploiting smart contracts. Can you tell us a bit about what happened here?
Yeah, definitely. So governance platforms, especially one like Audius, they're really, it's a platform that's owned and operated by the users. So for Audius, it was entirely driven by this token called Audio, and it's a governance token that will allow voting weight directly correlated to how much you've staked into that service. So maybe like to allow people to vote on the future of the project, or to allow different streams to have more visibility or promotion. So what happened with this, it was a governance attack where the democracy of those staked tokens was taken over by a hacker. And the way the hacker did this was from really initializing all of the different contracts, like the delegation and staking rules, to be whatever that he wanted. And he did this through an attack by reinitializing all of those contracts with his own rules. So when he was able to take that over, then he reinitialized the different payment methods to pretty much propose a vote to say, I want all the tokens. Does everybody vote for this? And then it passed proposal and ended up, being able to liquidate all of those tokens out there.
Wow.
And then start selling them.
What can be done to prevent this kind of thing happening with these governance tokens?
Yeah, this one is pure technical. This was audited 2 times over the past 2 years, not by Halborn, but it was really there's a type of contract function called admin upgradability proxy, and it's the initializer. Initializer is like, what is the state that it starts at. It was really taken over by overwriting and being able to be reinitialized again and again. So the attacker was able to start it over with a different rule set by really doing that proxy and implementing it. So what they could have done was continuous audits, maybe had different auditing firms look at it, the developers understand about how to initialize smart contracts. Really, it was pure code flaw on this one.
Interesting. All right. Also, a report from Peck Shield, they are saying that meme coin Teddy Doge had a soft rug pull happen of about $4.5 million worth of tokens. It's not exactly a security vulnerability. It's more that the team drained the tokens themselves. And I mean, whenever that happens, it must be a bad sign. And, you know, are you able to track on chain what's happening with these tokens?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this type of attack is like completely opposite of the Audius one, where before it was code. This is all about people and security awareness. And this one's on BSC. It was really like a pump and dump. So pancake swap pools have this meme coin of Teddy Doge, and the developers that controlled those liquidity pools with all of it really just pump and dump. They ended up exchanging those Teddy tokens for other BNB tokens. And I think that for this one, it's just having your money invested in projects that are memes. I mean, can't really expect long-term value from a lot of this stuff. So yeah, this is just knowing the developers, the trust of the projects, and that's the soft rug pull for it.
Mm-hmm. Finally, Halburn has raised $90 million, which included funding from CoinDesk, parent company Digital Currency Group, we should mention, which is really remarkable because you did it in this bear market. So how did you do that, and what do you plan to do with the funds?
So we've been around for about 3 years, and we're cybersecurity experts first. So Halborn is a cybersecurity firm. We're in the crypto industry, but we're not a crypto company per se. We don't have a token, and cybersecurity is always very relevant. And the value, even during bear markets, of the price going up and down, price does not impact us, and there's really no bear market for cybersecurity. So during that time, a lot of projects are actually building, rather than promoting, or we help them from the very beginning on building layer 1 solutions. You saw announcements that you talked about earlier about ZKs. Those are things that we're looking at to help secure for the future of crypto. So the way we were raising it is really just focusing on the security and providing high quality value to all the different clients that we have right now.